Hello, whiskey lovers, and welcome to another one of Mark's Whisky Ramblings. And today we're going all the way down under to Australia, kind of, sort of, because in Melbourne you will find the Starward Distillery, which many years ago started out in an abandoned airplane hangar, a Qantas hangar, with this small copper pot still that was basically a copy of a Macallan still, sort of, kind of, again. But then a few years on, Diageo, that huge, the biggest drinks distillery in the world, they saw the potential of Starward, and they said, here's a couple of Australian dollars, and why don't you move to a completely new premises and increase your production tenfold. So yeah, as soon as Diageo stepped in, that created quite a few possibilities for David Vitale and his crew and the Starward Australian single malt brand. And in fact, it also gave them access to special casks, because this brand new release by Starward is a collaboration with Lagavulin. Lagavulin, the aristocrat of Islay on the west coast of Scotland. Some of these barrels were sent all the way to Australia, and David Vitale, he created, together with his team, this beautiful single malt that they first matured on red wine barrels that can be found a maximum 1 hour's drive away from the distillery, so they are still very fresh when they enter this spirit of Starward. But then, after that initial maturation in red wine barrels from Australia, that spirit, that whiskey was transferred into Lagavulin casks. So peated Islay single malt casks in which the Australian single malt was finished. And that created this Starward single malt Australian whiskey in collaboration with Lagavulin. So basically, I'm expecting that typical red fruit notes that I've come to love from Starward, but then with an added smokiness from those Lagavulin casks. Obviously, let's find out if that is the case. This new Australian single malt is bottled at 48, is it 48? 48% ABV. Is that right? I thought it was 46, to be honest, but it must be, I must be mistaken. 48% ABV, all right then. Yeah, I'm not wrong. Okay, look at that beautiful color. That already tells me that the red wine barrels have imparted quite a bit of character to this whiskey. And now I am expecting a bit of Lagavulin smokiness in there, so let's find out. The Starward in collaboration with Lagavulin at 48% ABV on the nose. Ah, those beautiful red notes that I've come to love from Starward are there. I get cherries, some pineapple, some more strawberries as well. But underneath there is this delicate, very delicate, in fact, peaty smokiness. And it's not as grand as I would have expected from the Lagavulin casks. But it is there, and it's unmistakable. But this is, again, a wonderfully lovely nose, in fact. Very fruity. Typical Starward. Starward, not to be confused with my favorite sci-fi saga. But I think Darth Vader would have, in fact, enjoyed this nosing. Ah, on the palate. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. The beautiful single malt that I've come to love from Starward does have this on the palate, at least this beautiful big smokiness indeed. It's not an ashtray, but it is molded wood and sweet and sour peat, typical Islay peat, almost medicinal, but not quite, because the red fruits from the Australian whiskey overpowers it. So the peat of the Lagavulin casks is unmistakable, but not dominating, allowing Starward to remain, to keep its identity, to keep its DNA. Oh, this is beautiful. A lot going on the palate, especially at the back of the throat. Ah, the finish. Delicious. Delicious. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Long, subtly smoky, like a campfire or a bonfire on a beach. And while there is this signature touch of Islay, it remains 90% Australian, beautifully matured, red wine cask matured, fruity single malt. This, ladies and gentlemen, in my humble, maybe not so humble opinion, is a match made in heaven. The Lagavulin in collaboration with, the Starward in collaboration with Lagavulin is absolutely stunning. Beautiful single malt, new release, and I'm in love with it already, as you can see. So, this comes highly recommended. The Starward in collaboration with Lagavulin at 48% ABV, absolutely beautiful. And that is all for this Whisky Rambling, and I hope to see you at one of Mark's Whisky Ramblings real soon. And until then, may the malt be with you. Bye-bye.